I guess I'll start by addressing the elephant in the room. No, I am not Zoran Mamdani in street clothes. I have learned pretty quickly that I should not wear a suit when I walk around. I get a lot of attention. I do have something in common with him, though. I'm actually half Indian. My dad is from India, and my mom is a tiny white lady from Wisconsin, which has apparently produced a shockingly tall Mexican man. Look, it's surprising for me as well. Genetics are a mystery. But I am, in fact, Latin presenting, and that's okay. I know what I look like. I am aware that I look like if you ordered Bad Bunny from Temu, and that's just for me to deal with. I'll see you at the Super Bowl. Every single day of my life, and I'm not making this up, I get targeted ads in Spanish. My face has apparently fooled the algorithm. Excuse me, el algoritmo. I looked that up. I speak zero Spanish, and yet every single day I look Latin enough that since the election, I've been walking around with 2 forms of American ID at all times. Not messing around. I like that joke because we all get to laugh for our own reasons. It was funny, man, as a brown or I guess right now beige man, sometimes people will ask me, like, have you ever been discriminated against? And I'm always like, yes, but never correctly. You know what I mean? Like, I remember walking down the street and someone was like, that half Indian, half German piece of shit. I would actually respect it if they called it that accurately. But I have experienced it before. I live in New York. New York's a liberal place, but there's bad people everywhere. And a couple months ago, I was getting off the train. I inadvertently scuffed a dude's sneakers. And actually, he's marching on top of us right now. Son of a bitch, he found me again. But I scuffed his sneakers, and just reflexively, this guy goes, "Go back to Mexico." Now, what you should say is nothing. You should not engage with someone like that. But like an idiot, I responded, and I was like, "Bro, I'm Indian." And to this guy's credit, he was like, "Oh shit, my bad." And that's hilarious. That is objectively, I have to admit, that's extremely funny. It did break the tension for him to be like, "No, just to be clear, I am racist, but not towards you. I just want to make sure that's clear." It's hilarious. It'd be like if you were just standing there and someone just ran up and kicked you in the balls, and you're like, "What the fuck was that?" He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I meant to kick that guy in the balls." Like, I don't think you understand what's wrong about your actions. I'm too old to be getting into fights, man. I know I'm not old, but I'm getting older. And I'm at the point where, like, let me put it to you this way. My favorite part about this show is that it's going to be done before 10. Does that make sense to anyone here? Like, there's 2 kinds of people in this room. Anyone in this room who has plans after this, I want you to know that I'm very happy for you, but respectfully, you are no longer my target demo. Anyone in this room who's doing this and then going straight home, you're my people now. And I don't know when it changed, but that's where I've arrived at. Because the thing is, it's not about going to sleep early. That has nothing to do with it. Like, I'm a millennial, and what that means is that I'm perfectly happy to be up late. I just have no interest in being out late. Does that make any sense? Like, wherever I am in the world, as soon as it's 10 p.m., I'm like, well, I better go home and wind down. And then I go home and I look at my phone for 6.5 hours. Are we all living the same life? I'm also at the age where, like, there's certain things I never want to do again. Like, I don't want to wait for a line ever again for anything in my life. I'm done. I'm at a post-line point in my life. I've tried to be a good person. I've tried to live a good life. But if I die and I get up to the pearly gates and there are more than 2 people in front of me, I will walk into hell. That is how much I detest lines. Imagine if you did that and then hell was just a line. That would be unfortunate. I don't know. We'll see if I get into heaven. I feel like I'm a pretty well-behaved guy. I'm pretty clean cut. I blame it on my parents. They're very nice and happy and still married. And that's an anomaly in the comedy community. It's made me the clean-cut man who stands here before you today. I'm not like some of the other bad boys of comedy you might be familiar with. Every assumption you've made about me in the 5 minutes I've been up here, 100% accurate. And I don't love that, but it's fine. I know who I am. Like, I know it seems like I do my taxes early. You know what I mean? Like, I am aware that I have the vibe of somebody who would wear a helmet on a Peloton, and I do. Can't be too safe. I'm sure none of you would say this to my face, but I know you've already assumed I was conceived missionary, and I bet you're right. I've never asked, but we've all got a feeling. But my life is not without a little bit of controversy. I am a fairly young divorced man. We got any proud divorcees in the house tonight? Congratulations. Good for you. I guarantee you, whenever you got divorced, it was not as poor of timing as mine was. It's 100% accurate. I will show you the receipts if you doubt me. My divorce was finalized the morning of March 12th, 2020. I'm not kidding. Yes, that was the exact moment in time that your boy became legally single. And I was like, I'm ready to hit the town, baby. And the town was like, we are closed. But the story does have a happy ending. So fast forward 5 years later, I am now in a very happy relationship with a fellow divorcee, which I got to tell you, I recommend. We met on a divorcees-only dating app called Better Luck Next Time. And that's not true, but it's funny. And we communicate very well. I think that's my favorite part about the relationship is that our communication is impeccable because we've both been through our own shit in the past. We don't want to repeat it. So we're very open with each other. We're very honest. I think that's huge in relationships. Having said that, I also think sometimes a little too much honesty can hurt. And I share this with you because we were talking recently, and she has a very specific physical type in her dating and marriage past. She likes guys who are 6 feet or taller, good head of hair. Those are the 2 main parameters. Now, fortunately, I have those things for now, but who knows what the future may hold. And I was joking with her. I was like, I honestly think you might leave me if I went bald. And she was like, her reaction was, you're not going to go bald. Wrong answer. The answer I was looking for was, no, I would not leave you if you went bald. She's just hedging her bets, and I don't like that very much. Now, her follow-up I thought was even more ridiculous, because she was like, well, to be fair, you would definitely leave me if I went bald. I was like, okay, stop. You being bald is completely different from me, a man, being bald. And also, in this hypothetical scenario, like, what is happening? I need some context. Like, are you going through chemo, or are you like a radical feminist and you've just shaved it off? And she's like, it shouldn't matter. And I was like, well, of course it matters, because in one scenario, something horrible has happened, and in the other scenario, you have cancer. So